Great to meet you. Just kind of wanted to start out asking, what has this process been like for you? Did you have any kind of behind the scenes conversations about the trade beforehand? And what have kind of those early conversations been like with Tyler and Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start out with a conversation with Tyler Jeff. I'm extremely excited about Chicago, and their excitement about me, I think, is extremely refreshing. Like you all know, I've been in the same organization for a really long time, and playing under Coach T and E. They were phenomenal, and they believed in me, and so it's nice to go somewhere where people believe in you. Um, that's what every player wants. Every player wants excitement around them. So it's been really good conversations. And I was excited and really interested to hear about their interest in me and why. So it was really nice to have those conversations. About kind of like the background of the conversations. There were obviously conversations I wasn't a part of. I mean, I was out in Turkey playing. So that was kind of hard with the time difference and everything. But again, like at the end of the day, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to be a part of an organization that is taking it very seriously and going in the right direction.
Thanks, Julia. We'll go to Kareem and then Carly.
Ariel, what up? How are you?
What's up, Graham? I'm good. How are you?
Good, 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 good. Just two quickies for me. You were kind of talking about the conversations with Chicago. Was there any conversation with the new administration from the Mystic side?
I have spoken to them. I think they were been there for a month. So I did have conversations with them, and obviously I know Jamila. She's done some work on the NBA side with mental health and advocacy. So I definitely have talking to them before.
Okay, gotcha. Had you guys talked about the trade specifically, or did that
Not
kind
necessarily.
of, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. And just kind of a big overall thing, when you look back about over those 7 years
hmm
in here in Washington and how you grew just as a person, as a player, what are some of the biggest things that you took as far as your growth and just things that
hmm
you'll remember about your time here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is my ability to get into the community. I've said it before and I'll always preach it. I think the DC community wrapped their arms around me. It took a simple phone call for me to kind of get adjusted and into the community with the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, they literally just wrapped their arms around me. It was like, whatever you can give is what we'll take. And for me, that was huge because I was trying to figure out how to not just be a basketball player, in a sense of not just wearing the jersey. I wanted the kiddos to see me as a human being and understand that life is just bigger than basketball. So I think that'll be my biggest takeaway. Obviously, I have some lifelong friendships and I've created a family there. So it'll be nice to continue those relationships and see how they flourish and grow. But I think the biggest thing is just the community in DC. I mean, you can go down from the artists to the kids to, I mean, school board of education. Like there's so many people that just wrapped their arms around me and allowed me to be my complete full self in the city.
Boom, perfect. Appreciate you. Good luck. I'll
Of
see you
course.
soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kareem. We'll go Carly, then Steven.
Hi, Ariel. Carly Bell from Marquee Sports Network. Nice to meet you
Hey.
virtually. When you look at you've been playing with Angel now a little bit down there in
hmm
Unrivaled. What growth have you seen out of her just from when you played against her last year to now playing alongside her in
Yeah.
Unrivaled? And where do you see her trajectory going in the WNBA?
Yeah. Honestly think she doesn't have a ceiling, which is extremely exciting to say. Obviously to play with. I think we finally connected on a pass last night, which was nice. And that's strictly on me trying to find my rhythm within this game and unrivaled. But just honestly, her will to get better has been my most exciting thing to see about her. Her ability to take feedback and to move from it. And even in heated situations, she can still hear, she can still listen, she can still get to what she needs to get to. And I think for me, that's really exciting because we know that game, like basketball is a game of ebbs and flows, and sometimes it can get super heated. So to be able to have those conversations move forward and lock in. And I mean, as y'all all know, like her competitive nature is just insane. And that's something that I'm excited because sometimes I know I can be too mellow. So it'll be exciting to play with someone like that that can kind of probably get my engine going too.
And then just one quick follow-up. It's not just Angel that is down in the post, it's also Camila Cardoso. What did you
hmm
see also out of her last year? And I don't know if you've kept up with what she's done in overseas in China, but what have you seen out of her? And again, like what trajectory do you see out of Camila in the WNBA?
Yeah, again, I don't think she has a ceiling. I think our young post players are people that can only get better, which is extremely exciting for me. Her hands and just her ability to handle the physicality coming into the league. It's you see it, but then you feel it, and it's different. And as a guard, I know it's different down there on the block. I'm personally not really trying to go down there, so for them to be able to handle that physicality and push through, I think it's something that I've seen like within her growth, and obviously in China there are some calls that she's not gonna get. So it's nice to see that she's handling the physicality.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Carly. We'll go Steven and Christos.
What's going on, Ariel? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Steven Gardner from CSGO Sports. Last season, you all had a lot of injuries with the Mystics, and you were put in a position of higher usage and playmaking. And I think you were seventh in the 3-point assists created last season. I'm curious with you, with your growth in terms of making reads as a guard and things like that. What was your biggest assessment in that last season, and how you feel like that'll translate to this context with the Sky?
Yeah, playing out of pick and rolls. I mean, it's the name of the game, right? Can you play out of pick and roll? Can you make the right reads? Can you know when to shoot, know when to pass, know when to be aggressive? Just finding that nature, I think, was really helpful for me in the last season. Obviously, we have two different kind of posts. I had Steph Dawson last year who liked to pop a ton. And then now I'll be with A and Camilla and Liz, and they're going to be rolling more or short popping, So just finding that different context and understanding what my teammates like, I think is going to help me get better. And to go back to the injuries in DC last year, we had a ton of them just kind of in and out. So I think I was able to adapt and pivot well on the fly. And I think that's something that's going to help me moving forward in my career.
Thanks, Steven. We'll go Christos, then Mike. Christos and Mike.
Hello, Ariel. Hope you're doing well. Christos from Greece. I would like to ask you, you mentioned earlier that this move is refreshing for you. What makes this move so refreshing, basketball and off the court wise? And
Mm.
what's your mindset going to this season as a Sky player?
To compete. I think that's the common word that I'm hearing from everybody in the Sky organization. We want to compete at a high level. We want to have a great culture. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. I say it's refreshing because I've never done this before. So for me, it's new, it's change, and I'm really excited about it. I love taking on new challenges. I love to say that I'm adaptable. So it's nice for me to actually be challenged and be able to lock in and actually do it. And refreshing because I've been under the same organization for 7 years. And so it's nice to have something new. We all can get used to things. And so it'll be nice for me to be on my toes and find new ways to lock in with a new organization and be excited about competing at a high level.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Christos. Mike.
Hey Ariel, great to meet you. It's Mike Hughes. Welcome to the city of Chicago, first and foremost. But I was kind
Thank
of
you.
curious for you, what it felt like getting traded to the Chicago Sky when they've made so many moves this season, kind of just trying to upgrade the veteran guard play. You know, you look at Kia Nurse, obviously they bring back Courtney Vandersloot, they bring yourself, and then Tyler Marsh as well, who has a bunch of playoff experience. So
Right.
having all of these postseason proven players and coaches and the coaching staff now, how important do you think that's going to be for Angel and Camilla in year two? And how excited are you to kind of just be involved in playoff basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge. I think it's a testament to all the players that they're bringing in and the conversations that we're having. Like you said, not only is it vet status, it's people that know how to win, And for me, that's exciting because not only am I one of those people myself, I get to also be surrounded by those people in a new environment, which makes things a little easier, right? Because at the end of the day, we'll all have one common goal. And I think at the end of the day, being a vet, as much as it is about on paper, knowing what you can do, at the end of the day, you still have to show up and do your job every single day. And I think that's something that we can bring. Not to say that they don't do it now. I obviously don't know what they have done. I haven't been there, but it's exciting to be able to bring that experience um, and that level of mindset to just probably show them maybe one thing that's different, that can help them lock in more or be more comfortable when it comes to the playoff experience.
Thanks, Mike. We'll go to Alyssa, then circle back with quick follow-ups with Julia.
Hi, Ariel. Nice to meet you. I'm Melissa Hirsch from the Next. I was hoping you could maybe pick one veteran that you've played with in your career and just talk about kind of how they shaped you as a person and as a player.
Mm. I'll go to Mo Curry. I think her name comes up a lot when I think about vets. Not someone that's highly talked about in my personal opinion, but I just think Mo's tenacity and her confidence and swagger really helped me and my first couple of years. And even just like little things that she said. I mean, I've said it before. I remember one time she was like, listen, you get one foul a quarter. And that is constantly in my head because it helps me. I mean, as a defender, we all know I hack sometimes. It just is what it is. So for me to kind of come back to that mind frame and being like making sure that I'm staying involved with my team and not on the bench because everybody says you can help for the bench and like you can cheer and things like that, but I want to be on the floor. I want to play. So it's important for me to be able to be on the floor. So I think that's something that she taught me, and there's just little things here and there that she gave me that really just helped me kind of ground my game and see it from a different type of foundation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I wanted to also ask about your connection to the city of Chicago. Like, have you traveled here before? Do you have family and friends here? What's your familiarity with the city like?
Yeah, I do actually have a couple of friends that are from there, so it's really nice. They texted me and they were completely out of their minds. They're like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "Hey, we're here now," so it's exciting. I don't think I haven't traveled to Chicago much. I was there for All Star. I want to say it was a few years ago, a couple years ago, and it was nice. And literally the same message I'm getting is Chicago in the summer is phenomenal. I'm not a cold girl, so I don't know if I'll stay through the cold. But I really heard really good things about Chicago in the summer, and I'm extremely excited about it.
Thank you, Ariel.
Of course.
Thanks, Lissa. We'll go to Julia. One quick follow-up, Julia, then Carly.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a little bit about how you feel about fitting into this backcourt. What kind of experience do you have with Courtney, with Kia, with
Mhm.
Rebecca, and kind of where do you see yourself slotting in alongside of them, and how do you feel like you'll work with them?
Yeah, honestly don't have any experience at all. I think I played with Salute in an all-star game, if I'm not mistaken, but we all know all-stars is kind of like for fun. So not much experience at all. I'm extremely excited about it because she's a phenomenal passer. And there's things that she sees on the court. I mean, she's a true PG in every right. We know this. And so it'll be really exciting to play with her. I mean, you talk about Beck, she's just a long guard that can get it done. I mean, knockdown shooter, same thing with Kia. So I'm excited for that to be something new that we all try to figure out and try to find that rhythm within. But like I said, I have no experience other than playing against them. So it'd be nice to be on their team for once.
Awesome. Thank you, Ariel.
Yeah, of course.
Carly.
Yeah, Ariel, one more quick follow-up. Obviously, this is a new regime going through the sky right now with Tyler Marsh, first-year head
Mhm.
coach. What have you, if you've had any conversations with him, what have those conversations been like? And what are some things that stand out to you about what he's preaching his style of play will be?
Competitiveness and culture, I think, are two words that I keep hearing, and that's exciting because it's all I want to do. I want to come in, compete, and impact, and give my team everything I have, so that we can not only have a great culture but have a winning culture as well. And we always want to do things the right way, which is exciting, because we're all figuring out how to get together. I mean, we haven't even had a chance to really get together. I mean, training camp starts in April, but it's nice to hear him and hear him talk about how he wants to have very clear expectations. And clear expectations lead not only to a good locker room, but it leads to a really great foundation. And it gives players the confidence to go out and run through a wall, not only for each other, but for the staff as well.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thanks. We'll go Steven and we'll end with Alyssa.
Hey Ariel, one quick follow-up for you. So with your time with the Mystics, you all had some versatile front court pieces that you defended with. I was curious with your deemed role with the Sky, what do you see in Angel and Camila on that end, and just generally what you all can get out of your versatility defensively?
Yeah, I mean, she moves well. I think at the end of the day, that's the big thing, like being able to play with bigs that can guard for those 2, 3 dribbles, is really helpful as a guard because that helps me be able to pressure up and not be nervous about what's behind me. So yeah, I mean, I think she's versatile. I think she can move. And we also have other bigs that, I mean, they're so long. It's like you got to get around them before you can go up at them. So that's nice to have.
Thanks, Stephen. We'll end with Alyssa.
Hey again, Ariel. You mentioned that Jeff and Tyler talked to you about what they like about your game. And I think probably a lot of that is obvious to us, but it would be nice to hear from you, you know, what specifically they talked about and how that resonated with you.
Yeah, I think one of my most exciting things is obviously like I can shoot the ball well, I can score at 3 levels, I can defend well. But I think the most exciting thing is that they were like, and you have so much more room to grow. And I think a lot of people would probably see that as like you don't think I'm good enough. But that's complete opposite of my thought process. Like I know I have room to go. I know there's things that I can get better at. And I really believe in this staff, and I think that this year specifically will really help me hone into that, especially coming off of a year where I had to learn a lot and be versatile and be adaptable. So it'll be really nice going into that and seeing how they push me and how they help me grow as an athlete.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Of course, nice to meet you as well.
Julia, did you have your hand up or was that on accident? Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Ariel, for joining us this morning. I will send out the recording right after this. So thank you all for joining. See you soon.